Hi! Allow me to reveal to you the secrets of making money through investing in the different stages of the real estate development life cycle. Traditionally, most of us only invest in completed projects like houses, condominiums, or commercial properties. This is the final stage in the real estate development life cycle. At this stage, property prices fluctuate according to the prevailing property market. When the economy is good, property value appreciates. When the government introduces cooling measures, or when the economy is not doing well, property value depreciates. Unfortunately, most people like you and I typically only have the opportunity to be involved in the final stage of completed projects. And this is at the end of the value chain, when the value of a property is at its highest. Now let me show you the stages of the development cycle you can invest in other than the finished product. All land starts as a piece of raw land. Nothing happens on the piece of land, and the value will remain almost the same over time. However, the value of this piece of land appreciates when it's in the path of development, and especially when the government announces that it will be developed in the future. Now at this stage, nothing can be built yet, as it has to go through the planning stage. Decisions have to be made on land use, which areas should be used for residential or industrial purposes, and where amenities such as schools, town center, shopping centers, and hospitals should be located. The value of this piece of land increases in a staggered manner as these plans become more detailed, after which the local government approves its use, leaving the usage of the land clearer than before. One can invest in this stage via land banking. The returns from land banking investments can be lucrative after the land has been zoned on paper, planning permission approved, and is sold to the next developer. However, the time required for this process is indefinite. Once the final approval of the plan is obtained, the next stage of the land development becomes physical. The land now has to go through infrastructure development. It needs to be flattened, roads created, and water pipes, electric cables, and sewage pipes need to be laid. This is a capital-intensive phase involving heavy equipment and plants. Usually the government or a master developer will take on such infrastructure development projects. These projects, depending on the project size, can take a relatively short span of between 1 to 3 years to complete. The completion date can also be accurately determined since most of the conditions are within the developer's control, with the exception of the weather. But the weather conditions will not cause too much alteration to the completion date, and most experienced developers would have taken it into account. Now, traditionally, some of these earlier phases of the real estate developments are not available to average people on the street like you and me. However, now there are products out there available to us. And looking at each of these phases, I would say the infrastructure development phase provides the shortest time frame with a balance of good returns over risks. Today, we have an infrastructure development project to present to you. Please hear out our story and how risks are mitigated with good returns.